Federalism, in one sense, was dramatically impacted by the 14th Amendment by expanding the scope of the Bill of Rights and applying those rights against the states. But in another sense, federalism, the basic constitutional structure, which declares that the federal government has only limited enumerated power, that principle was not changed by the 14th Amendment. In fact, it was because the drafters and the ratifiers of the 14th Amendment continued to embrace the principles of federalism and the idea of limited federal power that convinced them to pass an amendment in the first place. Some radical Republicans in 1866 insisted that no amendment was necessary at all. They had expansive interpretations of national power, and they believed that Congress already had full authority to control all the internal laws and municipal regulations in the several states. Moderate Republicans, including John Bingham, the man who drafted Section 1 of the 14th Amendment, resisted that idea. Bingham believed in the Constitution of James Madison and the basic Federalist structure, which divided power between the federal government and the states. John Bingham believed that Congress did not have power to control any of the internal regulations or municipal laws in the states, and that having the power to protect the freedmen would require an amendment which gave Congress enumerated power to enforce the rights of Section 1. That's a Federalist principle, the idea that the federal government only has those powers actually enumerated in the Constitution. John Bingham believed in federalism, but he also believed that there were certain liberties that states had to respect. So he told his colleagues, let's pass an amendment which requires the states to respect the Bill of Rights. But in passing that amendment, Bingham also insisted that the majority of municipal laws and all unenumerated subjects would continue to be left to local control, subject only to the basic requirements of due process and equal protection. So even after the 14th Amendment and its dramatic expansion of individual rights, the basic structure of the Constitution, one which demands the federal government point to an enumerated power before it can act, that structure remains the same